I must admit to being somewhat, frankly, naive about this. In the circles that I move, I see almost no anti-Semitism. And you know, there's this old joke, I've got like this one Jewish friend. No, I have like 2/3 of my friends are Jewish, okay? I have twice as many Jewish friends as non-Jewish friends. I'm like Jewish by association. I'm aspirationally Jewish. So I don't, you know, I was like, what are people talking about with this anti-Semitism? Because I never hear it when at dinner conversations. It's like an absurdity, you know, at least in my friend circles. But when, you know, looking at the pro-Hamas rallies in vast numbers that took place in almost every major city in the West, blew my mind. And including on the elite college campuses that are supposed to be, you know, if you're an elite college campus, you're supposed to be enlightened. You're not supposed to be fostering hate.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring. The house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers and shalom to the elect. I'm back with another quick lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Rakah Kodash. Jumping right in this article here. This is from graphic.com. The headline it reads, it says, went to Hebrew school. Elon Musk reveals South African Jewish roots. All right. And like they say, if it moves like a duck, all right, it acts like a duck, it quacks like a duck, then it's a goddamn duck, man. All right. He's one of them. All right. This is Sirach 13. Or Ecclesiastes chapter 13, verse 16, it says, all flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his alike. So what you heard in the video, he said that most of his friends, 2/3 of his friends were Jays, small hats. Okay, because we have been wondering about this guy for a minute now, how he's pretty much, you know, evolved in the ranks. You know, he's the head of this technology that's being pushed. All right, he's going to be part of Trump's cabinet to usher in this beast system. You see what I'm saying? So we were all inquiring that this guy could be a small hatter, a 48er. And it's proven to be right. You know? Went to Hebrew school, Elon Musk reveals South African Jewish roots, right? As we heard. It says Elon Musk has reflected on his Jewish roots during his childhood in South Africa. The world's richest man, who was born in Pretoria, shared his experience during the European Jewish Association conference, which took place over the weekend. It says Musk, who was the owner of the X platform, immigrated to Canada and later the U.S. as a young adult. All right. Jumping down. It says last year, Elon Musk courted controversy over permitting anti-you-know-what commentary. However, the eldest son of Errol in May has made it clear he does not support hate speech. According to The Guardian, Elon visited the Nazi death camp at Auschwitz in Poland on Monday the 23rd, which I have that pulled up here. All right, just reading that headline. Again, as he said, I am Jewish by association, Elon Musk says at Auschwitz. All right, so they took him down there. All right, so that's all we need to see. Okay, we know what time it is, but let me finish this out. It says, and this is what he said. Following that, he was a guest speaker at the EJA conference, where he spoke about his own ties to Judaism. You see? It says, he said, I grew up around a lot of Jewish people. I went to a Hebrew preschool. My name is very Jewish, super Jewish. Are you listening? I went to Israel when I was 13. I'm certainly checking the box on a lot of things. Most of my friends are Jayish. He added, I'm Jayish, aspirationally Jayish, all right? So as we heard in the video, all right? So the point that I want to get into as well, and we're going to touch it in a second, is, how they're trying to, they're saying that this guy is really going to be the one that's influencing Trump, really running the show, all right? Because I want to go back into this article, but before I grab it, I want to just make some points on this whole thing because, he's saying that he grew up in South Africa, all right? But when you go into some of the history, and I had got this from Priest Amawan, that there's a lot of those small hatters that immigrated down to South Africa, right? Just want to read this real quick because I don't know. Maybe they're trying to hide, the fact that he actually is one of them. I was just looking up that term, crypto Judaism. All right, it says a crypto J refers to a person who secretly practices Judaism while publicly professing another faith, often due to historical pressures or persecution. Right. So I don't know, what he believes in, but in the spirit, I was just thinking like they're really trying to hide the fact that he is one of them. All right. But going back to this point about him, growing up in South Africa, right? So here's some quick history. This is from an actual small hatter site. South African Jays, right? It says South Africa's Jays are among the wealthiest and most successful in the Jayish world. You see, as we can see, dealing with Elon Musk. All right. South Africa Jays are amongst the wealthiest and most successful in the Jayish world. Theirs is a small and ethically homogeneous community, mainly Levax numbering 92,000. There are many individual Jays who have made vast contributions to this young country. It says Jays began arriving in South Africa around 1800, but the major influx came from Lithuania between 1880 and 1930. The first congregation was established in 1841 in Cape Town. The once beautiful garden synagogue built in 1849 is now a Jayish museum. There are currently 15,000 Jays in Cape Town, but 55,000 in Johannesburg, many of whom descend from those who arrived in droves to service in the gold industry, right? Because a lot of these, these Edomites, these Amalekites, they came from Eastern Europe, all right? And they migrated down to South Africa. It says, while most African Jays are of Lithuanian and Latvian descent, right? It says, there are also Sephardic Jays in Cape Town and descendants of German Jays from the 1930s, all right? These are all Edomites, man. Now in Limba, a black tribe that claims to be Jayish is reviving abandoned synagogues. So that's all we need to know, all right? He's one of them, all right? But I'm assuming maybe they're trying to keep it low key or whatever the case is. But the fact is, my point is that Amalek is always going to be in the midst. All right. Amalek is the one that's really running the American government behind the scenes. And that's why I was thinking about, all right, going back to this, because we had brought this out, a few days ago. All right. This is from NBCnews.com. It says mapping Trump's connections to tech's right-wing brotherhood. It says President-elect Donald Trump has surrounded himself with an interconnected group of tech borons, right? And a boron is something that has great wealth and influence, as we know about Elon Musk, which we read in this article here, dealing with the South African Jays, that South Africa's Jays are amongst the wealthiest and most successful in the Jayish world. See that? So how coincidental is that? You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I just want to get back to the point here. It says President-elect Donald Trump has surrounded himself with a tight-knit group of wealthy tech barons whose ideas will help define his second term in the White House. Right? Jumping down, get to the point. Because this is what I was thinking about. It says Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been called the shadow president. You see? You know? We know that the 48ers, they're the ones that really run the show. Okay? It says Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has been called the shadow president, or first buddy, quote unquote, and he wants to take a hatchet to the federal budget at Trump's request as co-lead of the newly formed Department of Government Efficiency with biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramswy. All right, now when you go down, these are all the people that Trump has, around him, that's going to help aid him in his second term, right? And you see, as we pointed out, you look at some of these last names, and there's a lot of J's around him, all right, as it always is, because we know who really runs the show, right? Now, it was kind of heavy because as we have here, because I wanted to, I was looking up what is the Department of Government Efficiency, and I just wanted to read that, what role does that play? All right. So just reading straight to the point. So it says details of the new department, which Trump abbreviated as DOGE, are fairly unknown, right? Trump said in his statement that the department will not be a federal agency, but will provide guidance, quote, outside of government. See that? And we know who really runs the system behind the scenes, man. By partnering with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to, quote, drive large-scale structural reform and create an entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before, man. You see that? And there's videos. I wish I would have posted it, but it's a video, Elon Musk going into the fact of all Americans, have to get ready to receive universal basic income, all right, where you're not going to be working or something like that. It was a heavy video showing you what they plan to roll out, right? But real quick, this is Obadiah, straight to the point. Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? And this is what I did in this lesson. I just wanted to search out, because we heard what he said. It's a lot of those small hats that come from South Africa. As we read, they're the most wealthiest and most successful in the Jewish world. All right, he's definitely one of them. All right, he said that 2/3 of his friends were all Jays. So what more do you need to hear? All right, it says Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? Right, so it's all coming out, man. Every day Esau is being exposed, right? Because I really believe they tried to hide, the fact of who he really is. He's the one that's really going to be making things move, right? Because I thought this was pretty interesting too, just to add on to the point, right? It says here, this came out, I believe this came out yesterday, but it says Trump addresses Elon Musk growing political influence, right? And that's what I was thinking about. I'm like, man, this dude, he's everywhere, man. He's the face of everything. So I was thinking, I was like, he has to be a small hatter, Trump addresses Elon Musk's growing political influence. He's not going to be president. See? Why would he say something like that, right? Especially what we just read in those articles, right? So let's play this.
President-elect Donald Trump ran on a promise to change the way Washington operates, and he may be delivering before he's even sworn in.
It's great to be here. Nice to win the election.
At a conservative event over the weekend in Arizona, the incoming commander-in-chief promising his disruptive style, like the one he displayed in the spending fight last week, will yield results.
I intend to keep those promises to the American people.
Trump's unpredictability will be put to the test, especially given his long list of priorities for the new year. He has promised to execute a mass deportation program, vowed to extend the tax cuts implemented in his first term, and with the help of his billionaire buddy Elon Musk, slash trillions of dollars from the federal budget. Promises he did not back down from this weekend, but made clear it is he, not Musk, running the show.
The new one is President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No.
You see what I'm saying? So something is up, man. So at the end of the day, we know what it is. Like I keep reiterating, Amalek is always going to be in the midst, right? Why would they have to, address this if that wasn't the case? You see what I'm saying? So whatever it is, we know who really wields the power, if you will, right? We know who controls the government, the system behind the scenes,
That's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job.
Trump later joking the South African-born Musk, who helped Trump kill the original bipartisan spending deal.
You see, and they keep pushing this whole South African thing to throw you off. That's just me in the spirit. They keep pushing this South African thing so you won't make the connection. You see what I'm saying? He's one of them, as you heard out of his own mouth. All right?
Couldn't be president.
You know why? He can't be. He wasn't born in this country.
And though he mostly focused on his major...
Right, but you see what I'm saying? That don't matter, all right? You got all these 48ers over here that's not from so-called America that's running the show, man. All right? And we already know that, the APAC. We know how they influence all the politicians. All your politicians are bought and paid for. That's not a secret. So the point that I'm making is that, just see between the lines, man. Read between the lines. All right? These devils ain't slick,
Your policy priority Sunday, the president-elect also airing an unexpected complaint.
We're being ripped off at the Panama Canal like we're being ripped off everywhere else.
Calling for the return of the Panama Canal, which was transferred in a treaty signed by both countries in the 1970s because of high shipping fees.
We will demand that the Panama Canal be returned to the United States of America.
Right. So that's the point, man. So just wanted to put that out there, very suspicious, but, we know what time it is, Shalom.